Well, all hell just broke out on the congressional floor during the Epstein hearing with Pam Bondi. If you haven't seen chaos, yelling, screaming, people leaving the room, the whole 9 yards, you're about to get all of that in this video report because things got really intense, especially with Pam Bondi. She just went crazy. I've got a lot to share with you in today's broadcast, but let's start with this first video of Nadler and Pam Bondi during the hearing. Take a watch on this one.
How many of Epstein's co-conspirators have you indicted? How many perpetrators are you even investigating?
Good question, right? Logical. I hate Nadler. That's
first. You showed it. I find it.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
Your
you're going to answer the
theatrics are
question
ridiculous.
the way I asked it.
Chairman Jordan, I'm not going to get in the gutter with these people, but I'm going to answer the question.
How many have you indicted?
Again, the time belongs to
Reclaiming my time.
The time belongs.
I think it's very interesting.
Reclaiming my time.
I think it's very interesting.
And you can
when
reclaim
he
your
talks
time.
about they indicted,
Mr.
the president said they indicted him twice.
Mr. Chairman, please stop the clock and restore his time.
Okay, here we go with these
Committee will be in order.
theatrics.
The time belongs to the gentleman from New York. We will give you a few more seconds. We will do that. But when you ask a question, the witness gets to answer. You may not like the answer, but she gets to answer.
The question was, how many of Epstein's...
They don't like the answer, Chairman,
my time.
because it's honest. So he asked a
Reclaiming my
4-minute
time.
question.
Restore 45 seconds to Mr. Nadler, please, Mr. Chairman.
Answer.
You can let her filibuster all day long, but not on our watch. Not on our time. No way. And I told you about that, Attorney General, before you started.
You don't tell me
I did tell you because we saw what you did in the Senate.
You're a lawyer, not even a lawyer.
Committee will be in order.
Time, and I should get back at least 45.
There you go. That's just the start of it, right? Here's the deal. Under Biden, under Barack Obama, they had plenty of time, the Democrats did, to go after their own DOJ. But instead, they waited until President Trump was there. Not one word about Epstein prior to that. They didn't want anything released on Epstein. Now suddenly they do. So I give the Democrats zero freaking credit on any of this. That said, Pam Bondi obviously responded pretty sharp. And in fact, when she responded to Nadler later, she actually brought up the Dow, right? And take a look at this video here. Take a listen.
It's over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan.
Committee will be in order.
Mr. Jordan, am I going to get an extra 45 seconds added to my time?
The committee will...
So you can see there's more infighting, to say the least. And here's another clip, and this one was on Fox News, right? Here she is interacting with Representative Jamie Raskin. Take a listen.
You can let her filibuster all day long, but not on our watch. Not on our time. No way. And I told you about that, Attorney General, before you started.
You don't tell me
I did tell you because we saw what you did in the Senate.
You're a lawyer, not even a lawyer.
Committee will be in order.
Time, and I should get back at least 45 seconds.
We will give you a few more seconds. I said that already.
45 seconds.
Okay, I'm timing right now, Mr. Nadler. Go
All
ahead.
right.
My time.
She called him a washed up loser lawyer. Not even a lawyer. I mean, that was interesting to say the least. Then there's also this Representative Liu. And basically, here's what he says to Pam Bondi. Accuses her of lying under oath, but take a listen.
I want to know, were there any underage girls at that party or at any party that Trump attended with Jeffrey Epstein?
This is so ridiculous, and that they are trying to deflect from all the great things Donald Trump has done. There is no evidence that Donald Trump has committed a crime. Everyone knows that. This has been the most transparent presidency. He's the one that asked that those files
reclaim my time.
be
I got your
released.
answer. You said there's no evidence.
Trump asked
Mr. Chairman, please stop the clock.
sign
Stop the clock.
the legislation This is
Time.
this is
Time
ridiculous.
belongs to the gentleman from.
There you go. She's right. There is no evidence incriminating Donald Trump that he has committed a crime, right? And so he just tells her she's lying. Take a listen.
California.
Okay. I'm going to put up another document from a witness who called the FBI's National Threat Operations Center because I believe you just lied under oath. There is ample evidence in the Epstein file.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath, and this is on videotape. You said there's no evidence of a crime. I'm showing you. Here is a witness statement who called.
Okay, now regarding this witness statement, by the way, that he's referencing, it's BS. It is a statement from somebody who called into the FBI that it's never been proven. Like, it's just a tip. Oh, I'm going to call in and give a tip to the FBI. It's a tip against Trump. An unsubstantiated tip, by the way, right? So it's completely false. And she didn't lie under oath anyway, but that was what they accused her from and kind of what she had to deal with there as well. And I'm not the biggest fan of Bondi, by the way, so there's that as well. She didn't do too good, in my opinion. But then there's also this is Democrat representative here. She actually screams at Bondi and walks away.
Didn't ask Merrick Garland anything about Epstein, not once. When he was
weak sauce.
And also, I want the record to reflect that, with this anti-Semitic culture right now, she voted against a resolution condemning.
Oh,
is
Julie. I just want to be clear.
Do
you want to go there, Attorney General? Or do you want to go there? Are you serious? Talking about anti-Semitism to a woman who lost her grandfather in the Holocaust? Really?
Poor Democrat.
Talk to Jared Wise about anti-Semitism.
Anyway, she walks straight off. All of it, screaming, unhappy.
Yeah, I've been.
It is what it is. And here's the deal. The Democrats, like Pam Bondi said, they could have done this under Merrick Garland. They could have done this under Joe Biden's and Obama's administration, but they did not. Why now? All for a show. And that's exactly what they're putting on right now with Pam Bondi. Now, Pam Bondi even got into it with Thomas Massie, a Republican. Take a watch here.
Did you ask Merrick Garland that the last 4 years? Did you talk about Epstein?
I am reclaiming my time. I'm glad you're asking about Merrick Garland.
You don't get to reclaim time
because this is bigger than Watergate.
When I don't answer a question the way you
goes
want.
over 4 administrations. You don't have to go back to Biden. Let's go back to Obama. Let's go back to George Bush. This cover-up spans decades, and you are responsible for this portion of it.
And that's
now,
where the
I want to know at what point did the FBI and the DOJ decide that Lex Wessner was not a co-conspirator? Because our Epstein Files Transparency Act requires you, please put it back on the screen, please, to release the internal decision about whether to prosecute him or not, and it's not in the files, and it's not in the files for any of these other men.
Massie has a real good point there. He talked about Les Wexner. Like, look, they removed his name and redacted it from the files. She did that. And now, because of Massie, that name is showing. They weren't supposed to do it in the first place. Pam Bondi has to answer for that. I don't care who in the FBI did it or how it happened. Why is it happening? Because a lot of these files, unfortunately, we're talking 3 million files. That's impossible for Pam Bondi to review herself. It just is. So this is people within the FBI who are covering up certain people's names. One of those being, in this case, Les Wexner. But here's the deal. Even if you go back, she is still responsible for her portion right now. Now, this next video that I am going to show you, it's not a good one. I'm going to be honest. And when you see it, I do think it's going to piss you off. And look, the woman who asked the question, a Democrat, Jaya Paul, I don't like her at all. I can't stand the woman. But she did ask a logical question to Pam Bondi. And unfortunately, it didn't turn out too well. But this is going to piss you off. So take a watch.
To the survivors in the room, if you are willing, please stand. And if you are willing, please raise your hands if you have still not been able to meet with this Department of Justice.
Every hand.
Please know for the record that every single survivor has raised their hand. Attorney General Bondi.
Wow. If that isn't powerful, I don't know what is. Why the hell hasn't the DOJ met with the victims? Wouldn't that be like numero uno? But they haven't met with any of them. You have to ask why. And that's a good question. Either way, you guys saw all the chaos that went out in the halls of Congress. I mean, it was a crap show, but on both sides of the fence, because the Democrats could have brought this a long time ago, but they didn't until now. And now the information is coming out. It's really, it's got people on both sides of the fence, to be honest. And Pam Bondi's in the middle of it all. Why is she allowing the FBI and the DOJ to still cover up some of this information? And that's the question that ultimately I want the answers for. How do you feel about it? Comment below and let me know what you think of the entire thing. I can't wait to hear it from you all. Anyhow, thanks again. I can't wait to hear it from you all. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning into the broadcast and being here on my second channel. I love you all. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.